Listen, learn together, join together, enjoy the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Learn, join together, and have fun. Now is the time. Now is the time. Learn together, join together, enjoy the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and together learn the words and phrases of the English language. Join together and have fun. Now is the time. Now is the time. Join together, enjoy the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join together and have fun. Now is the time. Now is the time.
Yes, it is time to join together and have some fun as we learn all of those lovely words and phrases of the English language. Here we are again. We are back together. It is a beautiful sunny day. It does feel as if summer is in the air. We have 13 Celsius. It isn't too warm, but at least the sun is shining. Hello again. Welcome. It's nice to have your company. This is English Addict coming to you live and direct from the birthplace of the English language. You know where it is. I know where it is. We all know where it is. Of course, it is England.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Hello to everyone watching at the moment. It is lovely to have your company on this Sunday. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these lovely things under your nose right now? I hope you do, because I do. I woke up this morning with a big smile on my face. The reason, of course, is because I get to do this all over again. By that I mean live another day. Isn't it great, that first feeling in the morning when you wake up? You open your eyes and you think, wow, I get another one of these, another day of existence. So I would say that is a pretty good idea for all of those who wake up in the morning and they wonder what to do. What should be the first thing you do in the morning? Smile. Have a little smile. Think to yourself how wonderful it is to be alive. Think of all the people who did not wake up this morning and will never wake up again. You are very lucky, because you get another one of these. So we are back together again. We have English Addict. For those wondering, I talk about the English language. You may have noticed already. This is the place where everyone likes to come and have some fun. We have a lot of things to talk about. Big news concerning this. I should say straight away, I am not here next week. I know, please don't complain. I am having a short break next weekend. We are going away somewhere. And yes, I do promise to take some photographs and maybe film some video. Next Sunday, there is no English Addict. It is very rare for me to miss one of my Sundays. So next Sunday, there is no me, but I will be back the weekend after. So that means I will not be back until the beginning of May. So next weekend, no English Addict. The weekend after, yes, I will be back with you on, I think it is the 3rd of May. I think it is the 3rd of May when I am back after this particular live stream, which has only just begun. We've only just begun today's live stream. So, stick around, have fun. Last weekend I was on for 2 hours. Even I can't believe it. I can't remember the last time I actually did 2 hours. So last weekend, 2 hours. Today, I don't know. I will see how much energy I have, because I am getting on. I'm not as young as I used to be. So we will see what happens. Talking about a lot of things, expressing few and many. Few, many. We will be talking all about that a little bit later on. Also, an interesting question. I don't know about you, but sometimes late at night when I am lying in bed, I find it hard to calm down. Quite often my brain will be doing all sorts of crazy things. So a question a little bit later, what keeps you awake at night? What? I will be asking that question a little bit later on. So think about it. Think about your answer. What keeps you awake at night? Sometimes I do have difficulty getting to sleep. Even if I feel tired, sometimes it's very hard to get to sleep. Also, another thing we are looking at today, it is a thing that is affecting us here in the UK. It might be affecting you as well. A strange trend that is taking place amongst manufacturers of food and snacks. Something called shrinkflation. Have you ever heard of it? Have you heard of shrinkflation? Well, it is something that is affecting us here in the UK. And later on, I will talk about that as well. Also, oh my goodness, so many things to tell you. Tomorrow is the big day. We are getting our ultra fast internet connection tomorrow. It is going to be installed tomorrow. It will be put in. Of course, it remains to be seen whether it works or not. We will find out. But tomorrow is the big day. We are going super high speed with our internet connection here. And I'm very happy about that because it means we can have higher quality. Also, I can upload my videos much faster to YouTube as well. So it does mean that the quality of this live stream, although I have to say, I think the quality of this is already very good. The picture quality is quite good. So over the years, I've always tried my best to improve the quality, the picture and the sound as well. I suppose the sound is very important because you have to hear what I'm saying, because I'm talking about a subject that you have to listen to understand and learn. So I would say that is a very, very important thing. You must be able to hear what I'm saying, or else it is a waste of time. So I always try my best to make all of this look as lovely as possible. And I hope it all looks nice for you. Yesterday I was in the garden and I had a lovely morning outside in the garden. In fact, we went for a walk into town, and also I did some filming in the garden because we have lots and lots of lovely flowers coming out at the moment. I have noticed this year we have a lot of red and purple flowers in the garden. Would you like to see them? Would you like to see them right now? Okay, let's do it. So that is the outside of my house at the moment. Lots of lovely flowers coming into bloom. Everything looking really nice at the moment. I have to say, it's all looking rather nice. One particular colour that is very prominent. Now there is an interesting word. Something that is prominent is something that is visible, common, or something you can see quite often. Something well known can also be described as prominent. It is something that is easily seen, something that can be observed easily. And I noticed there are lots of flowers in the garden that have the colour purple, which is interesting because a couple of days ago I bought a new shirt. For some reason, I have become obsessed with purple. And I realised I don't have many clothes that are purple in colour. So Now, I have a purple shirt. So I bought this a couple of days ago. Not very expensive, quite cheap, but I think it looks rather nice. I'm going to put it on now just to let you see it. So this is my new shirt that I brought. It's purple, a very unusual colour. You don't see many men wearing purple, and I don't know why, because I think purple is a really nice colour. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm putting on my purple shirt to show you. So it is strange that the video I just showed had a lot of purple colours, and I have my purple shirt. So I think this is a really nice colour. Not a common colour. As I said, you don't see many men wearing purple, and I don't know why. I wouldn't say that it is a feminine colour, because of course a lot of people think of certain colours as being more feminine rather than masculine. Pink, for example. We often think of pink as being feminine, a feminine colour. However, a lot of men do wear pink. So I think today wearing my purple shirt is a very good idea. In fact, I like that a lot. I think it looks very good. I think it suits me. What do you think? Do you like my purple shirt? Is it a good match? Especially in my studio, I think it looks quite good. Maybe it's a little bit too dark for the studio, but outside, this particular colour looks quite vivid and dynamic. Quite exciting, in fact. So there it is. There is my new shirt. I won't keep it on because it might shock some people. They might be thinking, this isn't Mr. Duncan. He's not wearing his lovely t-shirt. So there we go. Shall I just wear it like this? I'll wear it open. Is that a good idea? I might also roll the sleeves up. So if I do that, then it will be a little bit more comfortable. Yes, that's what I'll do. So I'm going to roll up my sleeves so I don't get too hot in my studio. I think that's better. Is that better? Does that look okay? See, I'm not sure, but I think it looks all right. Okay, I will keep this on. So this is my lovely new purple shirt, and I have to say, I love it. I really do. I like it very much. So there it is, my purple shirt. I am wearing it right now. English Addict is with you today. It is Mr. Duncan, the Purple Prince. Not that one. That's another guy. Purple Prince with his purple rain. I am Mr. Duncan. I am your purple English teacher. Hello to the live chat. I haven't said hello to the live chat. I suppose I should. I wonder who was first on today's live stream. Oh, very interesting. The champion is back at the top. Vitas, well done. Vitas, you are back at the top. You are the king of the fast finger. Well done. In second place, Beatrice. Hello and well done. You are in second place. Claudio is here as well. We also have Paco. Barry is here as well. Hello, Barry. It is nice to see you returning once again to my live chat. Tanya is here. Hi, everybody. Hello, Tanya. It is nice to see you back with us as well. I believe you are one of our regular viewers from a while back. Interesting. Hello, Tanya. Hello, the gentle Gastronome is back as well. Talking of food, we have found the most amazing place to eat at in Shrewsbury. About 17 miles away from where we live, but a wonderful place. And they do lots of French and Italian cuisine. Some beautiful, beautiful food. And I think maybe over the next few weeks we will be going there on a regular basis to do something on a regular basis. Regular. It means you do it often. Quite often at the same time or on the same day each week. It's regular. So I think it will be something we do quite often over the next few weeks because I love food, you love food, we all love food. Let's be honest. Hello also Nicholas. Hello Nicholas. It is nice to have you back as well. Also Beam Singh is here. Purple colour isn't your favourite, it is by choice. I suppose so, yes. I love purple. I've always been attracted to the colour purple, even though it can look a little odd on the eyes in certain lights. That's all I'm saying. Lolly Lolly. Hello Lolly. Now, I have a feeling, I might be wrong. I think maybe you are one of my regular viewers from a long time ago. Your name seems familiar. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Christina. Hello, Christina. Where in the world are you right now? Are you skiing down a mountain? Are you climbing a rocky hill? Maybe you are swimming in the sea. Or maybe you are cycling somewhere nice. Christina, whatever you are doing, I hope you are having a good time. Oh yes, he is here, the one, the only. It would not be English Addict without Luis Mendez. He's here today. Hello Luis, nice to see you with us again. Have you been out and about on your bicycle? Because I would say at the moment, because the weather here is nice, and I would imagine the weather where you are is probably quite nice as well. And we are going away next weekend. I won't be here next weekend. For those wondering, there is nothing wrong. There is no problem. I'm just having a little break because, to be honest with you, I feel as if I need a break. A little break. So that is what I'm doing next weekend. So there is no live stream next Sunday. However, I will be back with you on the 3rd of May, which sounds a long time away, but it isn't. It's only a few days. Also we have, who else is here? Jency. Hello Jency. I don't recognise your name. Is it your first time here? Welcome to English Addict. We are all very friendly here. Well, most of us are anyway. Hello also to Raphael. Hello Raphael. It is nice to have you here with me as well today. Irene is here as well. You should go to visit her. She will be very happy to know you. I don't know who that is. Interesting. It sounds as if a suggestion is being made towards Lewis to do something or go somewhere. Unfortunately, I did not see the first message, so I don't know what it's about. Maybe later I will work it out. Mr. Duncan, you deserve a little break. Yes, I do. I think so. A lot of people say if you have a break, it can relax you. It can make you feel better. It can make you feel less stressed. Sometimes A little break away is what you need. So yes, I think you are right. I think so. Who else is here today? I don't want to miss anyone out because I always get into trouble every week because I normally miss one or two people. So I will try not to miss anyone out. Rosa. Hello, Rosa. It is nice to see you here as well. Oh, I see. I think it is Irene's sister that Lewis hasn't been to see, but maybe he will go to see her again. We will find out what happens about that, because I'm very nosy, very inquisitive. I always like to know what is going on out there in the big wide world. Here is an interesting thing. A lot of people in the UK have been talking about this over the past few days, and it is something that has affected lots of people in many different ways. I'm going to talk about it now. Have you ever heard of shrinkflation? Mr. Duncan, what does it mean? Well, this is a word that we know very well here in the UK. We often use this when we are referring to something that gets smaller, but you still pay the same amount of money. Sometimes you might pay more for it. Shrinkflation. And I'm going to show you an example of that right now, because a few days ago I was in my local shop buying some sweets and I picked up a Kit Kat. Now, I love Kit Kats, and I remember as a child I would get a Kit Kat, a lovely chocolate bar with wafer inside, and you would break the individual fingers off the bar. But one of the things I do remember is they were really big. They were quite large. So imagine my surprise last week when I went into my local shop and I bought a Kit Kat. I picked it up and I couldn't believe how small it was. Something has happened to the Kit Kat. It's become very small, much smaller than it used to be. So this is a good example of shrinkflation. Something gets smaller, but the price stays the same. Sometimes it is more expensive, so they give you less, but they charge more. So you can imagine my surprise, my horror, my disgust when I noticed that Kit Kats are smaller than they used to be. I am sure it is not my imagination. This is something we call shrinkflation. And it has happened to many other things as well. Packets of biscuits that used to have 12 biscuits in the packet now have 10. So they cut down the quantity, or they reduce the size of the thing. And this is what we call shrinkflation. It is a real word, and it refers to things getting smaller, but the price staying the same or increasing. And yes, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who love this particular chocolate bar. However, I do feel disappointed. Now, who makes the Kit Kat? Nestlé, a big company. They are all around the world, Nestlé. You find them everywhere. So this is really, really disappointing, because it used to be a lot larger than this. And now it's tiny. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. What they normally do is make things smaller but charge the same amount. So their profit and the amount of material they have to use changes. So they can produce more things in small quantities. However, they charge more for it. So eventually they will make more money because of it. Smaller products, more profit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So a big boo, boo for the tiny Kit Kats. The only problem now, of course, is I want to eat it because I'm looking at it now and just looking at this chocolate, knowing that inside this lovely wrapper there is some delicious chocolate. I'm not going to eat it because I always get complaints. Whenever I eat anything, if I eat food on the live chat, I always get complaints. Mr. Duncan, I can't believe you were eating food last week. It's disgusting. Please don't do it again. Lolly Lolly says this shrinkflation is actually theft. I suppose it is in a way, because if you make something smaller but you take the same amount of money, it is kind of cheating or misleading. I think so. But it is something a lot of people complain about. They do. So what about you? Have you noticed this trend occurring where you are? Have you noticed how certain things have become smaller, but the price has stayed the same? In fact, I can't believe a small bar of chocolate is now £1.50. Now, I remember when I was young, you could go into your shop, the local shop, and buy one of these for 10 pence. Now, £1.50. Will it stop me from buying them? Will it put me off? Of course not. I'm addicted. I love chocolate. I love sweet things. I'm addicted to chocolate. And there you go. I'm sure there is nothing I can do about it. I suppose they would have to make it even smaller and then double the price. Maybe then I might think of stopping eating them. Oh, by the way, for those wondering about my health, I have started having porridge in the morning. So every morning now I have a lovely hot bowl of porridge. So I am making some changes in my habits. For those wondering, maybe you are thinking, Mr. Duncan, you are so greedy because you are always eating sweet things. But I am trying my best to change my ways. I am making an effort. Hello to Life Beauty Bits. I can't eat chocolate in the summer. I have problems digesting it, says Christina. Can I have your chocolate? Can I have it? So all the chocolate that you don't have, can you send it to me? Thank you very much. Mr. Duncan, next time the Kit Kat will be slightly larger, but the price will not stay the same. Well, yes, it will go up. Have you noticed recently everything has become more expensive? Everything is more expensive. It is more dear. Something that is dear is expensive. It is something that has a high price. So things like a chocolate bar, £1.50, a packet of crisps, one packet of crisps now around about £1.40, £1.50 for a packet of crisps. Again, when I was a child, I could go to the local shops and buy a packet of crisps. 5 pence. 5 pennies for a packet of crisps. So it would appear these days everything is definitely increasing in price for various reasons. Most of the reasons I will not go into at the moment. Alina Khan is here. I am not on a weight loss journey, so I can eat sweets, even though I don't like sweets very much. Alina Khan, can I just say something? Sometimes I do eat food. I eat it as a habit. So sometimes, even if I don't feel hungry, sometimes I will eat something. Sometimes if I'm not doing anything, maybe Mr. Steve goes out at night and I'm all alone, I might do the same thing. I might sit and eat, even though I don't feel hungry. It is a very strange thing. So we often refer it to comfort eating. And I would say, I think I do sometimes eat for comfort. So there it is, something happening at the moment here across the UK, something that people often complain about. When things get smaller, but you have to pay more for it. What a strange world we are living in at the moment. We have lots of things to talk about today. We have you on the live chat. Please don't be shy. Give it a try. Say hello. You never know. You might enjoy the experience. Favourite chocolates? Oh my goodness. Yes. Now if I started talking about my favourite chocolate, I think I would be here for another 2 hours talking about it. So I don't want to start talking too much about my favourite chocolate because I would be here for a very long time. Many different types of chocolate I absolutely love. Everywhere at the moment, thank you Vitas, everywhere at the moment is suffering from inflation. Yes, it would seem that in most countries the price of goods, especially food, is going up in price. And yes, it is happening here as well. Lots of things are increasing in price. A little bit later on, we are going to talk about the differences between many and few. Lots of things, not many things. That is something we are looking at a little bit later. And also we are playing our games. Oh yes, I didn't even mention that, did I? We have our games coming today. Lots of people say, Mr. Duncan, we love playing Guess the Mystery Object. And later on we will be playing Guess the Picture Idiom. So all of that is coming a little bit later on, and I hope you will stay with me. So in a few moments from now, we do have the mystery object. It is something a lot of people use in their daily lives when they are trying to achieve something. All of that coming up in a few moments from now. of people saying, Mr. Duncan, we love the cows so much. Can you show us more cows? Well, there were quite a few cows in that video, and I hope you enjoyed them. This is English Addict with you on a Sunday afternoon, live from England.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
It is lovely to have your company today. It is Sunday, the sun is out, everything is looking nice. And tomorrow I'm getting high-speed internet. So I am especially excited, especially for tomorrow. Can I just mention again, I am not with you next Sunday. There is no English Addict next Sunday. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Duncan. How will we get through the Sunday without you? Well, I'm sure you will manage, and I will be back with you on the 3rd of May. So I am having a little break next week, just a little break, but then I will be back. And of course, I will take lots of photographs, lots of pictures of my adventures around the place where I go to. That is all I'm saying for now. Right now, we are going to take a look at the mystery object. A lot of people seem to enjoy this. Many people seem to like playing this game, so we will be showing a mystery object on the screen. Some of you might recognize it in your own language, but what is it in English? And I will explain what it is and what it does. But first of all, for you to look at right now, something very useful. In fact, I have one right here in my studio. But the big question is, what is it? What is it? It is an object we often use when we need to take a certain thing apart. Or maybe you are putting something together to construct something or to take something apart. You often use one of these. You would describe it as a tool. And yes, this is something you often use maybe if you are working on your car, or maybe something that has to be maintained. Something you have to take apart, something you are putting together. It is a type of tool, something we use when we want to take something to pieces. To take something to pieces means to take it apart. You are taking each part and removing it. And quite often you will use one of these. I can also say that these come in lots of different sizes. So you can get very small ones or large ones. I have a large one that I might show to you. If you want me to, I will show it. Life Beauty Bits, hello to you. It is a tool for your car, says Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas. Nice to have you with us today. Is it a tool for your car? Vitas, thank you very much for your answer as well. Beatrice is here. Good answer. In fact, this particular object can have more than one name. So this does actually have more than one name. In fact, it is called maybe 2 or 3 different names, depending on where you are in the world. So quite often here in England, we will call this one thing a particular thing. It will have a name. However, in other countries, this might also have a different name as well. Lolly, lolly, hello to you. Giovanni is here. Hello, Giovanni. It is lovely to have your company here today. Can I say participants? That's a very interesting name. Participants. Hello to you. Where are you watching? Have you just come to say hello? Or are you really, really interested in learning English? I hope so. Saturino is here as well. Inaki, thank you very much. Oh, I see. Inaki. This has a very interesting name where you are. I am fascinated about it, in fact. I want to know more. Why is it called that in your country? Very interesting. Here we go then. I will give you the answer right now. So the answer on the screen, and then I will also explain the use of this tool and the other names that it has as well around the world. Here we go. The answer is coming up right now. Many of you got it right. Well done. Ooh. It is often referred to as an adjustable spanner. Spanner. Often we talk about span as being the width of something, the span, the gap between one thing and another. So you can see why this particular thing has that name. The spanner fits over something. It has a certain width or span. So a spanner can be used to move a certain thing. Maybe a large nut, something that has to be turned. So the spanner will slot into place and it will move the object. But this one is very clever because it is adjustable. So you can actually adjust the span of the spanner. So this is a type of spanner with an adjustable head. So the end, the top of the spanner is called the head. The head is adjustable. You can alter the width of the head. And I will show you because I have one of these as well in my house. Look at that. That is amazing. Quite often in crime movies or stories, people will use this for another reason, which I won't go into at the moment. So there it is. You can see that this thing is adjustable. You can adjust the width of the spanner. You can make it very narrow, like that. Or if you have something really big that you need to work on, you can make it wide as well. You can open the spanner or you can close the spanner. So this particular item is something that is often used when you want to undo something. And of course, you can do it in reverse as well. You can tighten something. So maybe if you have something that is loose and it is moving, you might need to tighten make it tight, make the thing stay firm in place. So there it is, a very interesting tool. It is something called an adjustable spanner, and it's very handy, very useful, because you can make the size of the head different. It doesn't have to be small, it doesn't have to be large. It can be any size you want. Isn't that amazing? That one is very heavy, by the way. It's a big one. But they do come in all sizes. You can get small ones or big ones as well. It is worth noting that this particular thing can also have another name. It is often referred to as a monkey wrench. Monkey wrench. So this is also known as a monkey wrench. The word wrench, to wrench, is to pull and twist. Pull something, you wrench something. So that is the reason why this is called a wrench. It is literally what it does. The wrench will wrench something, to twist, turn, add force to something to make it move. So this is often referred to as a monkey wrench. You might find it being called that in the United States. Giovanni says, Mr. Duncan, I prefer to use the other one that is fixed. And I think Mr. Steve would agree. Those ones, they can also lose the grip. Yes, you are right. The problem with using this is sometimes you can't get the gap to be tight. So if you are using it, it might slip. So I think you're right. Yes, this can be very useful, but it might not be as good as a fixed spanner. So I do agree with you. These are great, but they are not perfect. This is not a perfect tool. So you are right. Yes, I think so. So this particular thing can be altered to any size. If you change something, we can say that you alter that particular thing. You make something larger, smaller, wider, narrower. You can alter that thing. You can change it. Yes, a lot of people seem to be agreeing and saying that the normal wrench is much better. Interesting. So if you do need something in a hurry, if you need something that is flexible and can be changed or altered in its width, this would probably be the tool you would use. And it is something that is often used by mechanics when a person is taking a motor engine to pieces. They will often use something like this. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Perhaps a person who uses this is more likely to be a plumber, a person who works with pipes. So maybe this would be more useful for a person who is repairing pipes, such as a plumber. The plumber will use this particular thing. Now, I think this used to be known as a carriage wrench. So the old version of this particular tool was actually used for replacing wheels on the old carriages that used to be pulled by horses. So that is the origin of this particular tool. It used to be called a carriage wrench. I hope you enjoyed that. Today's mystery object. Of course, there will be another one in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for joining me today. English Addict is with you today, and it is myself, Mr. Duncan. A lot of people ask, Duncan, that's my name. How long have you been doing this for? And do you ever get tired of doing it? Well, the answer is 20 years this year I've been doing this. And yes, sometimes I do get tired. In fact, next weekend I am having a break. So that is the reason why I'm not here next Sunday. I know. Thank you, Christina, for your lovely message. It is not Sunday without the voice of Mr. Duncan. That's lovely. Thank you very much for saying that. Isn't that nice? Mr. Duncan, what do you call a spanner that has got a sort of mechanism that allows us not to change your hand position whilst using it? Oh yes, I know what you mean. That particular one is called a ratchet. Ratchet spanner. So I know what you mean. Yes, you can use something that has something called a ratchet. So when you turn it, the actual spanner will stay in place. However, the handle will move. It will make a sort of like that. So that is something called a ratchet spanner. So I hope that helps answer that. Thank you very much for your question. I'm having a quick break and then we are back because we do have another subject to look at. We are looking at sleep, or should I say the lack of sleep. And we are also looking at words and phrases connected to many and few. All of that coming in a few moments from now. English Addict is with you today, and it is myself, Mr. Duncan, with you for around about another hour.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat.
Goodness me, I am with you for one more hour. I've decided, because I'm not with you next week, I've decided to be on for 2 hours. So you have me now for 2 hours. So I am with you for another 57 minutes. And I have so much to talk about. We have our big subject right now today, looking at words and phrases connected to many and few. In English, quite often we will try to express something in quantity or amount. And quite often we will use many and few as a way of expressing that particular thing. We often express things in quantity, a certain amount or number of a particular thing. So when we talk about the amount or the number, quite often we are talking about how many, how much of something, or how many. How much is normally an amount in numbers. How many is normally quantity, things that you see around you, like sheep in a field. How many sheep? There are many sheep around here. Maybe where you live, there are few sheep, which means, of course, not many. The number of something. We talk about the number of something normally relating to the quantity, the number. You might say the number of people in a room, the number of sheep in the field. In this sense, we are expressing number as amount or quantity. How many things are there? Generally, how many of something there is. How many of a particular thing. We might also compare a group of things with another. You might compare the amount. Generally, how many of something there is. A large number or a small number. Many or few. So there are different ways of expressing this particular thing. A large number is expressing many. Something large, something that has many things. A room can have many things inside. Many people, many chairs, many tables are in that place. A large number of people now drive to work. So you can see here we are using large to show many. A large number of people. Many people. So you will notice that there are many ways of expressing many and few. A small number is expressing few. Not many. More than one. But not lots. Not many. A few people are still unsure of who to vote for. A few people. Not many people, but a few. For example, if you have 1,000 people who will vote, maybe 10 or 15 are not sure how to vote or who to vote for. So you will say a few people. Not many, but a few are unsure. They have not decided yet. A change in the number or amount can be expressed by using more or fewer. More or fewer. More things, fewer things. So you can see more is always an increase, fewer is normally going down in the opposite direction. More people are choosing to live with their parents. That is true. So you can see there is an increase. More people are doing it. And yes, this is a real thing that is actually happening nowadays. More people are choosing to live or stay at home with their parents because they can't afford to rent a house or buy a house. So quite often they will decide to stay at home with their parents. So more people are choosing to live with their parents. More shows an increase. More. And of course you can have the opposite. The opposite, fewer people are travelling overseas at the moment. Fewer people. So the number or the quantity has gone down. It is slowly going down. We can say that fewer people are travelling overseas. And I think we all know why. So more is an increase. Climb. Something increases. We can also say that it climbs as well. It goes up. Fewer is the opposite. Fewer is a decrease. Something that is becoming less and less is a decrease. We can also say decline. Something is going down. It is becoming less. Fewer. More. Fewer. It is gradually happening. Higher than before in quantity. We can say something is higher in number compared with the past. If you are looking back in time, you might notice changes occurring from that point of time to the present. Something is increasing, higher than before, more than before. Quite often this is involving things that are countable, things you can count, objects, people, furniture, cars, anything. Lower than before in quantity, also involving countable things. So things that were many are now not so many. You can say that something is lower than it used to be. Lower, the number of people travelling abroad is lower than it was last year. Many more as a quantity of something. Fewer also as a quantity of something. So this often relates to the change. Change. We are talking about the change, how something has changed over time from the past to now. It can be more or less. Less is normally used to show a lower number. So when we are talking about figures or numbers, quite often we will say less. So 50 is less than 80. We will often use less. Fewer is normally used to show a lower quantity of things. So things that are there, things you can count, things that are maybe physical, people in a room, furniture in a room, cars parked outside an office. Maybe there are many cars today, but yesterday there were fewer cars, not as many. So quite often we will use less when we are talking about a number, an actual number. Fewer is normally when we are talking about quantity. Many can be expressed as lots. We will often say lots when we want to mean many. Lots of people are preparing to go on holiday. In this sentence, lots means many. Many people. Lots of people. Many. We often use the word lots to mean many or a large amount. Many can be expressed as loads. Loads of people are preparing to go on holiday. Once again, we are talking about a large quantity. A large quantity of people. Loads of people are preparing to go on holiday. By this we are saying lots. Many people. So you can see there is more than one way to express many. Moving on, few can be expressed as not many. This is very confusing, because it will become confusing in a moment, because sometimes few can mean more. I know, it's very confusing. So few, in this particular sense, can be expressed as not many. So if not many people are doing something, we can say not many people are travelling abroad this summer. Not many people. Maybe in the past it was lots of people or many people. Now, not so many. The number of people has gone down. Not many people are travelling abroad this summer. Few can also be expressed as more than one, but not many. And this is the problem, you see, with certain words. Few is a word that can be used to mean a quantity, but not lots and lots. Not many. A few. More than one, but not many. And that is one of the reasons why English sometimes can be a little confusing. Can I have a few of your French fries? So maybe you are in a restaurant, maybe in a fast food restaurant, and your friend has a lovely big plate full of chips, or as a lot of people call them, French fries. You might ask your friend, can I have a few of your French fries? Not all of them, just a few. So maybe your friend has 50 French fries on their plate. So you will just take 5, maybe 6, maybe 10, but no more, just a few. Not all of them, just a few. We can express rare as few and far between, something that is hard to find on a regular basis, something that you might not see every day. Or maybe if you're travelling around, there might be a long distance between seeing a particular thing. Maybe a petrol station. If you are driving around in the countryside, you might find that it's very hard to find a place to buy petrol to fill up your car. So you can say something is few and far between. Something few and far between is something that is hard to find or does not occur regularly. Genuine diamonds in this marketplace are few and far between. They don't appear very often. They come now and again, but not all the time, not always. So when we say that something is few and far between, it means it is something that you will not experience or find always. You will have to wait for a period of time before you discover it. As I said, if you are driving along the road and you notice that the fuel in your car is getting low. It is becoming less and less. You might have to find a petrol station to fill up your car. However, in the countryside, petrol stations are few and far between. There are not very many. We can express many as quite a few. So this is confusing. I'm going to admit right now that this is really, really confusing. So this can mean many, even though we are using the word few, because we are expressing it in a slightly different way. Quite a few people will be attending the party. So if you say that, what you are actually saying is many people will be attending. Quite a few people will be attending my party. They are coming. Large numbers of people. Many people. Quite a few. And yes, it is confusing. I admit it. It is very confusing. To express many, quite often you will ask, how many? How many? What is the number, the quantity? How many? How many people are coming to the party? How many tables do we need so everyone has a place to sit and eat? Many more means something will be increasing over time. Many more. Something is not going down, it is increasing. Many more people will be coming later to the party. Many more. That means the number is going to increase. Then, of course, you might say the opposite, not many. Not many means a small amount or a small number. Not many people will be travelling abroad this year. That means a small amount. The number or the amount will be less. Of course, if you are really excited about something, especially when we are talking about quantity, you might say, many, many. Many, many people these days value their free time. Many, many. So you might actually use the word twice to express an increase in a particular thing. Many, many people are now saving money instead of spending it. Many, many. And then, of course, if there is a large quantity or maybe too much of something, you might say too many. That means there is more than there should be. Too many. Too many people spend all their money before the month comes to an end. Too many people these days spend their money on rubbish that they don't really need. Too many. So this is stating that it is more than it should. Too many. And then, of course, we can also express few. Very few. Very few, a small amount. Very few people. Very few people save their money in a bank. A few more means an increase. Things are increasing. A few more. A few more people have arrived at my house. A few more. That means the quantity has increased. And then, of course, you can say a few less. A few less means not as many. The quantity has gone down. Few can. That means that only a certain amount or number of people are able to do something. Few can. And then, I like this one. If a person has been drinking too much beer or vodka, we can say that someone has had a few too many. A person who has been drinking too much alcohol, we can say, have you noticed? He is staggering around. I think he has had a few too many. In other words, he's had too much to drink, too much alcohol. If we are talking about a crowd, we can say a few people. So you can see here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. Just a few, not many. And then underneath, you have a crowd of people. Many people. A few people, not many. Many people. Quite often we will describe it as a crowd of people. Many people. And finally, few people came to my party. So maybe this is the party that I have or I had last year. Very few people came to my party. Few, not many. Of course, if you are very popular and have lots and lots of friends, you might have many people. You might say that many people came to my party. Many people came to my party. Lots of people. 100, maybe 200 came to my party. So there you can see some explanations of how to use many and few. Of course, there are other ways of doing it as well, using slang, using certain expressions, but generally speaking, when we are talking about many, it is a lot. Few, not many. A small amount or number. So I hope that was helpful to you. If it is, thank you very much. Please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you like my lessons, please say, Mr. Duncan, can I do something for you? Yes, you can. You can give me one of these underneath this video. Thank you very much. People. Is people always plural? Generally speaking, when we are talking about people, we mean the population of a place, such as a town, a village, a city, a country, people. If we are talking generally about behaviour or attitude, quite often we will talk about people. Thank you, Inaki. I hope it has been useful to you. We will have a quick break and then I will be back because we have still more to come. We are talking about sleep in a moment. Sometimes at night I find it hard to get to sleep, and there are many reasons why that might happen. Many reasons, and that is what we are talking about in a few moments from now. Sunday afternoon, and this is English Addict. I hope you are having a good day where you are.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are together. It's Sunday. I am with you for another 32 minutes. It is a long one today, so I hope you are enjoying everything that is happening today. Here is an interesting subject. It is something that many people talk about. Sometimes it is a thing that comes and then goes. You might go through periods of time where this becomes an actual thing. We often talk about not being able to sleep at night, not being able to get to sleep. I think one of the hardest parts of any day is when you first go to bed. If you are excited, if you are anxious, any emotion that can be described as extreme. So maybe you go to bed feeling excited about something. Or maybe you go to bed feeling worried about something. Both of those extremes can lead to a sleepless night. Things can keep you awake at night. I think sometimes your brain can be your worst enemy. I know it sounds strange, but it's true. Your brain can be your worst enemy. By that, I mean, it doesn't stop working. It keeps going. It won't relax. It won't calm down. Maybe there is something worrying you or concerning you. You have insomnia. There are many reasons why a person can suffer from this, sometimes medical, but quite often it is purely psychological. Something is on your mind. Something is going around in your head, maybe something you are worried about. Worry, excitement. I remember as a child, I would always get excited. I would become excited before Christmas. So maybe the night before Christmas, I would find it very hard to sleep as a child because I was excited, because I wanted to wait up. I wanted to stay awake to see Father Christmas. Of course, eventually you would fall asleep. You would, eventually. But sometimes it takes a long time to get to sleep. It can take a very long time indeed. So we often talk about things that keep us awake at night. Keep us awake. What keeps you awake at night? General problems in life, I think they can keep us awake. So it doesn't have to be physical. Quite often it is up here in your brain. Lolly, hello Lolly. Taxes. Having to pay tax keeps me awake at night. I think that's a good one, yes. Having to pay for things. Maybe you have a large bill that needs paying. Maybe there is a problem in your house that has to be fixed. Like here, you see, we have a couple of problems with the house that need to be fixed. It keeps you awake at night because you're worried about it. How safe is that thing? Is it safe? And also, how much will it cost to put it right? There are some very interesting messages coming up here. Beatrice, sometimes I have insomnia. I think it's always emotional. Now I'm following some advice from Luis Mendez. I always get the feeling that Luis will sleep well because he's such a happy, positive person. Yes, you are. You are very happy and positive. Hannibal. Hello, Hannibal Bennett. Evading my taxes keeps me awake at night. Well, yes. You might have something you feel guilty about. Something that is on your mind is keeping you awake. Maybe you feel guilty for something you did, something you said, and you keep playing that same thing over and over again in your head. We all do it. I do it sometimes. Quite often, a memory from my past, maybe years and years ago, maybe an argument I had with someone, and suddenly, for no reason, it will pop in my head. And I don't know why. And I'm thinking about something that happened years and years ago. And there I am in bed, trying to get to sleep. And this thing is playing in my head, like a video on YouTube, playing again and again. So things that can be on your mind, something that makes you restless. See, there is another good word. To be restless means you can't relax. You are restless. You can't stop doing things. You can't stop thinking. You need to be active all the time. You are restless. Lolly, lolly, my noisy neighbours. Ah, yes, it is a big problem. I think that is a common problem everywhere in the world. Noisy neighbours keep me awake at night. Thank you, Lolly. Yes, that is true. People can be a pain in the neck. They really can. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how certain people, normally if they are living nearby, can be a pain in the neck? They really can. Something that is on your mind, maybe something that is happening in the future. Maybe tomorrow you have a big job interview and you can't sleep because you're worried about it. How will it go? Will I be successful in my interview? Will it go well? So maybe something that is going to happen, maybe tomorrow or in the near future, can also keep you awake at night. It can make you feel restless. You can't get to sleep because you keep thinking about it. In Archie, what keeps me awake is mostly some kind of ache or pain. Yes, an ache in your body. Maybe your shoulder is hurting and it's very hard to get to sleep. I sometimes have this problem with my legs. I'm trying to get comfortable in bed and my legs are aching. And I don't know why. Yesterday we went for a big walk, and last night I was lying in bed and my legs were aching because of the walk. I know what you're going to say. You are going to say, Mr. Duncan, you are no spring chicken. You have to accept these things. Maybe sometimes you will have some aches and pains. So yes, I am having to adjust and accept these things. It isn't easy. It is not easy to accept these things. But yes, sometimes if you have an ache or a pain as you are trying to relax, can keep you awake. You are right. But it is true that many people do suffer from insomnia. And some people can have this for many, many years. Not just a short time, but a long time, a long period. So I think from my own point of view, most of the time I can sleep. However, sometimes if I have an important thing on my mind, or maybe I'm excited about something as well, you can find it hard to sleep. A love crush. A love crash can do it. When you say love crash, do you mean breaking up with someone? So Giovanni says a love crash can do it. Even if we're not teenagers anymore, do you remember one of your breakups? When two people are in love and they are together and they are having a wonderful time together, but then eventually the relationship breaks up and the other person leaves you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, I don't love you anymore. I used to love you, but I don't anymore. You got smelly feet. And then they leave you. And so you're left alone, heartbroken. And when you are young, if you are a young person and your relationship breaks up, your romance comes to an end. Yes, it can be very difficult. Very difficult. So maybe you meet someone and you fall in love and you are excited because of that. And then if the relationship comes to an end, that will also keep you awake at night. It is a big subject. Unfortunately, it is not one we can continue with because we are running out of time already. Only 18 minutes before we finish. So in a couple of moments from now, we are going to take a look at some picture idioms. Ah, yes. I have a feeling that many people are waiting for the moment when we play Guess the Mystery Idioms. Some picture idioms are coming your way in a few moments from now.
I'm a big boy now.
We have a lovely day outside. There you can see a live image right now in the garden. Everything is looking really good. We have a lot of beautiful flowers all coming out into bloom and everything is starting to look like summer has arrived. Very excited, I have to say. I do like summer. It is a time of year when you can go out and have lots of fun. Here we go then. Are you ready? Are you ready? I suppose the big question is, am I ready? Are you ready, Mr. Duncan? Yes, of course I am. Guess the picture idiom. All you have to do is guess the picture idiom. I am going to show you an idiom on the screen. And all you have to do is tell me what it is. Well-known expressions in the English language. And I do know that lots and lots of people enjoy playing this. They enjoy very much. We have summer coming very soon because May is approaching. So when May arrives, it starts to feel more and more like summer. Hello, Ong So. Hello to you. Yes, thank you very much. Rosa, thank you, Mr. Duncan. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you, Rosa. See you again soon. Here we go then. We are going to play the mystery picture idiom. I will show you a picture idiom. It is a well-known phrase in the English language, and it is coming up right now. Oh. So this is a well-known phrase in the English language. It is something that is often said as a warning. It is a well-known expression. Something we often say as a warning. You are telling someone to be careful. Maybe even beware. It is a phrase we often use. In English, if you are giving someone a piece of advice as a warning, perhaps you should stay away from something. Or maybe you should not get involved in something. Something you should stay away from. You should be careful. You should be aware of that thing. We have some answers coming through. Blue sky, beware of the dog. Well, that is a common phrase, especially these days, nowadays, because a lot of people have dogs. Something we might talk about on another English Addict. Here it is then. Today's first mystery idiom. The gentle gastronome, thank you very much for your guess as well. Ong so, good guess. Lolly lolly, yes, you are all very close. You are very near to the answer, very near. Thank you, Beatrice, for your answer as well. So this is a common one. This is one we often use when we are giving advice, quite often as a warning to someone to stay away. Do not get involved. Don't disturb or bother that person, especially if they are in a bad mood. A person who might be angry or in a bad mood, you might warn another person to stay away. Here is the answer then, and I'm sure a lot of you know it, but maybe some of you don't. Here it is. The answer to today's first picture idiom is... congratulations, well done to those who got it right. Let sleeping dogs lie. It is true. We often use this. Do not stir up or cause a problem that will only create more problems. Sometimes you have to just stay clear, stay away. Do not bother that person. Do not become involved. Don't change the situation. Just leave it. Walk away. Leave it be. That's a great expression. Leave it be. Leave it be. Let sleeping dogs lie. Leave it. Sometimes it is best not to bring something back or something that might cause a problem, distress, upset. or sadness. Do not stir up or cause a problem that will only create more problems. And that is what happens. If you disturb a sleeping dog, the dog will become angry and start barking. You might even get bitten on the bum. So you do have to be careful. Let sleeping dogs lie. Congratulations if you got it right. I think that was an easy one. Maybe hard. I suppose it depends. Here is another one. Would you like another mystery picture idiom? Okay, here is another one. This is a very modern phrase that young people use. But some people who are older also use this expression. Are you ready? Here it comes. Here is the next mystery idiom. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very dramatic. So the image here is dramatic. Something dramatic is happening. Something is happening. Dramatic. Ugh. So that will give you a clue about this particular expression. Say what you see. What do you see here? What do you see? It is an expression where maybe a person will give out information. They will talk about something that might be hidden or a secret, perhaps a piece of information or some news that other people want to find out. Ah, yes, I can see the confusion. So some people might be getting the wrong drink. So this is not coffee. It's the other one. Think of the other one that English people drink in our really big cups. In the afternoon, we like to have one of these. You see? So that is what the drink is. Don't cry over spilt milk. That's a good one. That's a good guess. Very good guess. So this is not coffee. This is the other drink. The other one that lots and lots of people like. We have quite a few guesses coming through. Well done. Yes, a lot of people are coming through. Lots of viewers. Lots of English addicts are guessing. Maurizio, hello Maurizio. Spill the beans. Yes, that's a good guess. But maybe this is another type of thing. Another type of thing. A certain type of drink. A person is revealing all of the latest information or gossip about another person or maybe a situation. They have all the information and they want to tell everyone. They want to reveal all of the secrets that have been going on. Things that have been happening, that have been hidden away. Oh, okay, then here's another one. So this is the answer coming up now. If you like the answer, I will give you the answer. Would you like the answer now? Okay, then I will give you the answer. Have some patience, please. Here it is. Oh, yes, Mr. Duncan. It was tea. A cup of tea. Spill the tea. It is an expression that younger people often use. Millennials. They will spill the tea. To spill... Oh, it's gone away. Come back. Don't go. Thank you. If you spill the tea, it means to reveal the secrets of another person through gossip. Reveal the secret details. Very similar to spill the beans. To spill the beans or spill the tea. I don't know why this particular phrase exists. If you spill the tea, you are revealing gossip, a secret, something that other people don't know about. Come on, you must come round to my house tomorrow night and spill the tea. Some juicy gossip, something that you know that other people don't know. Wow, I have some great gossip for you. I will come round tomorrow night and spill the tea. To reveal gossip. Apparently Generation X also use this expression. Young people, not so young people. I wonder what generation I am. Can you guess my generation? Am I Generation Y? Am I Generation X? Which one am I? I have a feeling I might be Generation X. Apparently, independent minds. They think independently. Apparently, people who are Generation X understand what it means to fend for oneself in life. So I think, yes, I think I must be Generation X, because I was born in 1965. That's a long time ago. I know a lot of people are sarcastic nowadays about people's age. They say if you are over a certain age, especially if there is 19 at the start of the year you were born. There is a very funny meme going around at the moment on the internet with lots of people being asked how old they are. And most people who are younger will say 2000, 2003, 2004. And then one person will say 19. But before they actually give the full year, there is normally a scene from Jurassic Park or something like that, showing a dinosaur. Or maybe someone from the Bible. Because that's sarcastic, you see. What they are actually saying is, if you were born in a year that has 19 at the start of it, you must be really, really old. So imagine how people must feel when I say that I was born in 1965. I know, that's a very long time ago. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I can't believe it. Mr. Duncan, you were really born in 1965. What is your secret? How do you manage to stay so young and youthful? I don't know. I don't know what my answer to that is. Get plenty of sleep, maybe, is the answer. Get plenty of sleep. Yes, Mr. Duncan, you are Generation X. Some people say that is the best generation. They say that Generation X, they are the ones who are able to be self-reliant and pursue life without all of the distractions. So that's what I am. Okay. Generation X is what I am. Would you like another one? I don't think we have time for another one. That's a shame, because we are coming up to 4 o'clock. It is almost time for me to go. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. I will say it now, so there is no confusion. I am not here next week. No English Addict next Sunday. However, I will be with you the week after, which is the 3rd of May. So this is the final time you will see me in April. The next time you see me it will be May. Very exciting, because when May arrives, it really does feel as if summer is in the air. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you for everything. And I will see you again very soon. I hope you've enjoyed the past 2 hours. Wow. Lewis says boomers. Boomers were the ones born after World War II. Yes, well, for various reasons, the populations were lower. And we all know why. So yes, you do need to rebuild your population, especially after a big war. You're right. See you later. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much, Ung So, for your lovely message. Mr. Duncan, you look younger than your age. Thank you. That's very kind of you. How nice. Catch you later. See you on the 3rd of May. No English Addict next week. However, there will be some new lessons coming up over the next few days. Look out for those. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Take care of yourselves. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of the English language, saying, see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Have a great 2 weeks, whatever you are doing. Stay happy. Stay safe. Keep that smile upon your face. And I am going to have my very small, my tiny Kit Kat. And of course, it is going to be a very long 2 weeks. I will miss you. Ta-ta for now.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and discover all the words and phrases of the English language. Learn together and have fun. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat